welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to make my summer breezy sandals. The size of the sandal is for a newborn, and these are ideal for a baby shower gift, and they work up so quickly, and you can customize your colors to match any outfit. I do have a free PDF pattern available on my website. It's beginner friendly and provides many helpful pictures, and I'll go ahead and list that link below in the comments. The tools that I'll be using today is a 5.5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, a stitch marker. The brand of yarn that I'll be using today is I Love This Yarn Super Soft, and for the sole I'll be using the color Linen. And for the top portion of the sandal, I'll be using the color Scarlet Rose. This yarn can be purchased at Hobby Lobby. We'll start with a chain of 7. I'm going to make a slip knot. And I'm going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to place 2 half double crochets in the second chain from the hook. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook, go underneath, pull the yarn through. There's 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. We're going to do one more in that very same chain. So yarn over, insert the hook, go underneath, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. We're going to place 1 half double crochet into the next 4 chains. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, insert the hook, go underneath, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull it through all 3. Going into the next chain, yarn over, insert the hook, go underneath, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull it through all 3. Going into the next chain, yarn over, insert the hook, go underneath, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull it through all 3. And the last one, yarn over, insert the hook, go underneath, pull it through. There's 3 loops, yarn over, and pull it through all 3. And in our very last chain, we're going to place 4 half double crochet into the very same stitch. That's 1. That's 2. There's 3. We gotta put 1 more stitch in there. And that's 4. We worked down one side of the chain. Now we're going to come back and go down the other side, and we're going to mimic what we did on this side. So in this next stitch, we're going to place a half double crochet. We're going to do that for 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. As I go, I'm going to tuck in my dangling yarn. If you feel more comfortable just working it in at the end with a yarn needle, that's fine as well. This is just my preference. So that's 1. There's 2. There's 3, and the 4th half double crochet. Okay, and the very last step on this round is we're going to make 2 half double crochet in the very first chain that we started with. That's 1 and 1 last half double crochet. And that's 2. We have to slip stitch into the very first stitch we created. So we're going to insert our hook, pull through, and then pull through the current loop that's on our hook. There, we've created our first round. This is this part of the sole, that first round of the sole. So continuing on, we're going to chain 1 in the very first stitch, place 2 half double crochet, there's 1, and 2. In the very next stitch, we're going to place 2 half double crochet. Here's 1 and 2. We're going to place a half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and 3. There's my first half double crochet, second half double crochet, the third half double crochet. We're going to place 2 half double crochet into this very next stitch, into the same stitch. So there's 1 and 2. In the next 4 stitches, we're going to place 2 double crochet. My first double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, go underneath, pull it through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. You have 2 loops remaining on your hook, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2. We're going to do 1 more double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, go underneath, pull it through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2. There's 2 loops remaining on the hook, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2. We're going to do that same process in the next 3 stitches. There's my first double crochet. There's my second double crochet, going into the next stitch. This is my first double crochet. And there is my second double crochet. One more time into this very next stitch. There's my first double crochet. There's my second double crochet. Moving on to the next stitch, we're going to place 2 half double crochet into this stitch. There's one. And two. We're going to place 1/2 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. That's the first one. There's number 2. And this is the third. In the next 2 stitches, we're going to place 2 half double crochet. There's 1. 2. 1. And 2. The very last step is to make an invisible finish into the very first stitch that we created. So I'm going to cut my yarn. I'm going to grab my yarn needle. I'm going to pull my yarn out. And since I've already tucked the majority of this yarn, I'm going to go ahead and snip that off. If you didn't tuck it at the very end, you'll just thread your yarn needle and weave it into the end. I'm going to thread my yarn needle. And we're going to go into the very first stitch. I'm going to go under both loops. And then I'm going to come back and go under just the back loop of the very last stitch that we created. And that created an invisible finish. And I'm going to turn it over and just tie off. And weave in my yarn. Okay, so I have grabbed the Scarlet Rose color yarn, and we're going to do the top portion of the sandal. Now to find your starting place, this is the heel, this is the toe, this is the very middle. So we're going to start in this point here. We're going to count over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're only going to work the back loop on this row only. So here's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to insert my hook into the back loop only. I'm going to grab my yarn, pull it through, and just do a chain 1 to secure it. And then I'm going to do 11 half double crochet all the way around the back part of the sole until I reach over here. And what you can do to help you keep your spot is grab a stitch marker and count from the center 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and just place that stitch marker so you'll know when to stop. I'm going to tuck my yarn as I go, and if you prefer to weave it in at the very end, that's fine as well. This is just my preference. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, go underneath the tucked yarn, pull the yarn through. I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. I'm going to go into the very next stitch. These are all half double crochets into the back loop only until we reach our stitch marker. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. Now we're back to our middle stitch, the middle center stitch, and we're going to do a half double crochet into that back loop of that center stitch. I'm still tucking as I'm going until it runs out. Now we're going to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's our last one, 5. I'm just going to cut where I tucked my yarn, a little snippet off. So now we have 11 half double crochet stitches around the back part of our sandal. We're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to do 11 more half double crochets until we reach the very final stitch over here. So starting in that very same stitch, this row is going under both loops in the stitch, both front and back loop. Okay, and we've reached the very last stitch. We just did 11 half double crochets back around. So from here, I'm going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to create our left sandal. Slip stitch underneath, just to the right of the middle. Here is our middle. We're going to slip stitch just to the right. I'm going to go underneath to the bottom portion of the sandal, come back up. I'm going to grab this yarn, pull it through, and slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Here's the heel, here's the toe. I'm going to slip stitch into this stitch right here. Just like so. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to single crochet all the way down, including that middle, all the way back up, all the way around and tie off over here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, there's 8. That very middle. Now I'm going to go 8 back. 7 and 8. Now there should be 11 until we reach the very last stitch here. These are all single crochets. Now just slip stitch. I'm just going to pull this through. Tie off and just weave in the yarn. And all you do for the right sandal is just do your slip stitch on the other side of the center. So when you do your 8 chains, you're going to go underneath, slip stitch it, and follow the very same pattern for the other sandal. And those are my Summer Breezy Sandals for newborns. For more tutorials, please like and click to subscribe, and thanks for watching.